Moving along now, any trip to the Nebraska Ag Expo would not be complete without seeing some of the exciting developments when it comes to robotics. The future of agriculture could look like robots like this hovering all throughout your cornfield in Nebraska. Let's learn about how the university is researching things like this. Bring in Alex Hogg. You're a student, junior at the university in the Biological Systems Engineering Department.
That's right.
How are you using this robot right now?
Sure. So this robot is part of a data collection program that we have. We have a long-term project that is basically building a virtual farm environment so that we can practice run all of our little ideas and robots in this virtual environment without having to spend the money to build them for real and crash them in the field.
Tell me about this virtual environment. What kinds of things do you want to test?
Sure. So it's really made for us to test our autonomous navigation. That's kind of our big thing. You can see around me I've got a few other drones here as well as some ground robots. A good example would be the drone that you see over there on that table. It's got that yellow array on the top, and that is a LiDAR array. So we have two of those drones that are exactly the same, and you control the first one with a controller, take it off and fly it whatever. The second one will, using sight and that LiDAR array, follow the first drone at a set distance. So before we went and risked crashing those quite expensive drones, we tested it in this virtual environment so we could see how it responds to environmental problems, things like trees, power lines, stuff like that, real world obstacles that a farmer might encounter in a field.
Okay, I want to talk about this setup just off to your right here. What we're looking at is a drone, and in the future, perhaps, we could have autonomous planters, which the university has one, but this is actually a refilling drone, right?
That's right, yeah. So those of you that came last year, we had a big focus on our autonomous planting tractor. That was a big research project, big milestone for us. This year, we really wanted to feature more of our research and operations support. So this drone, like you said, is a modified camera drone that lands autonomously on the moving tractor. So we have these autonomous planters. Maybe we'll have 4 of them, 5 of them out in the field working together. And we don't ever want them to stop because there's no human on that tractor. So say we have a drone that can deliver a 50-pound bag of seed to those planters. If it flies back and forth and is able to land on them without moving or without the tractor stopping, then that increases our field efficiency.
Okay, so this is really neat to see a couple of the examples here at the Nebraska Ag Expo, but paint a picture for our viewers of what the future in your eyes could look like in the agriculture industry with robots and drones. What is possible?
Yeah, so I guess the way I see it is we don't know where AI is going to go. I think AI is going to be a big thing. Everybody's talking about it, right? It's machine learning, machine vision, all of that stuff is part of it. And depending on where that goes, we could see it being implemented in different sectors of agriculture, ultimately to help solve the labor crisis that we have on farms.
Well, keep up the good work, Alex. You're just a junior, as I mentioned, at the University of Nebraska, and you see things at a much different view, which is much appreciated here in the agriculture industry. Alex Hogg, a student of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, joining us here at the Nebraska Ag Expo.